I did not inject race into this conversation. It was her. It was her and Nick Fuentes. I don't play the race card. The race card isn't something that I always play. I am only speaking about it when it comes to race due to the fact that she injected race into the conversation. She's the one that said slavery was embellished. She's the one that called black people, quote unquote, her Africans. It wasn't me. Okay. So I know a lot of people find the race conversation uncomfortable, you know, but the race conversation was not injected into this discourse by me. It was injected into somebody who has such dogmatic thinking. And I'm trying to understand while I was there, how do you get so dogmatic in your thinking and you're only 26 years old? This is what I don't understand. As a matter of fact, D, let's see how dogmatic in thinking she was. Can we play that George Washington video, please?
Would you say George Washington was a real man?
I don't know enough about him.
You guys don't too. You don't know George?
We're
really?
UK,
Nothing?
like, you don't know about George Washington.
Yeah, fair enough. I just think, like, if someone's a great and powerful man in history to the point, like, they're talking about him hundreds of years later, he didn't have any kids. But like,
did he own slaves?
What?
Did he own slaves? George Washington?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, not a real man to me. I'm just saying.
No, it's actually interesting. He had a different, like, he inherited his slaves. And it wasn't as simple as he could have just like let them go, because the debt that's incurred on them, like, you can't just release them. And so his slaves actually, like, he had a really good relationship with them, and they considered him like a dad. Oddly enough, like all of his inheritance went to his slaves.
I mean, I hear that, but I just can't take a man seriously if you're owning other people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just for me.
Yeah. No, I mean,
yo. So this is how dogmatic when it comes to race she can be. She would sit and say that slave masters are real men and slave masters are like a father to their slaves. Now, only someone who does not have experience when it comes to slavery, only somebody who does not have experience when it comes to colonization would say something like that. Only somebody who doesn't know what, even if that is true, only somebody that doesn't know what Stockholm syndrome is would say something like that. And I've said it in my last video and I'll say it again. If I stood up or if I was on a platform and I said the Jewish people saw Hitler as a father figure, if I said that, there would be an uproar, okay? There would be no way a person would be able to say that, and I don't think that, by the way, but I'm saying there would be an uproar if that was to happen. However, this woman can sit there and say and think that slave masters are like fathers? Are like fathers? Really? That's how slave masters are? This woman, like I said, was disingenuous in her apology. I said this in my last video. She was disingenuous. She has since gone on to retract that apology, and she's since gone on to act as if her apology wasn't really an apology. Okay? D, play that liar video for me, please.
Well, but I will say I did not find Nick to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist.
And I said in the video, I am not defending her. And I said in the video, I'm checking her, and I held her accountable, and I told her she has to address the things she said. And I said to her that it wasn't a good idea having Nick Fuentes on there. And I said that he is a racist, bruv. And I said that he is a racist, bruv. And I said that he is a racist, bruv.
My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist.
And I said that he is a racist, bruv. And I told her how her words were going to affect black people and why they're not going to like what she said.
I've heard it, but I've just never heard it like that, I guess. So we just brought him on a panel just like about race mixing, and they did a whole panel on it.
But then he was denying the Holocaust.
You know, that was crazy. Yeah, that was.
But that's what he does. That's why I'm asking you.
Well,
why...
but we brought him on to talk about race mixing. That's what we brought him on. Now, we're actually not talking about race mixing. Not talking about race mixing. Not talking about race mixing. Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you, because you do have controversial guests, as we do, and there's nothing wrong with talking to people who are controversial, but Nick Fuentes is a very different kettle of fish, as we say here, right?
Yeah, my opinion is that he was polite overall. He was a good guest.
He was also denying the Holocaust, from what I remember.
Look, yeah, I'm not with that. Keep me out of that one. Keep me out of that one. Keep me out of that one. Keep me out of that one.
Yeah, that's what liars do, guys.